Hi everyone, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Kendra Plays The Sims, and for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the two new kits that we got from EA regarding SpongeBob, which I'm really excited about. I know some people have some mixed opinions on it, but I'm a SpongeBob lover and I really want to see what these kits have to offer. So if you're interested as well, go ahead and stay tuned to this video. But first things first, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, hype, all of the great things, and let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so this is what my house looks like, and I've already decorated using all the kits and whatnot. I was going to show you all a little bit more in depth as I was decorating, but I realized my microphone was off, unfortunately, and so I'm just having to show you all the end result. So this is pretty much what it looks like. I decided to put my pineapple that I got from the gallery, I decided to put that down in Sulana because I feel like that makes a lot more sense to put it in the world that has all of the water. And as you can see too, I have my two characters. This is supposed to be SpongeBob and Patrick, and I got them off of the gallery too. So when I downloaded this house from the gallery, it didn't necessarily look exactly like this. It did have some components that did look like the SpongeBob stuff, but of course it wasn't using the items from this kit. So what I did was actually use like the wallpaper that they have from this kit on the outside. I actually decided to use these little flowers right here as well to do some decorating. But for the most part, all of this was already put together by the creator on the gallery, which I'm really happy for because I sure wouldn't have been able to build up this house at all. Like, I am creative, but not like this. But we can go ahead and get into the interior of the home. That way I can show you the rest of the kit for SpongeBob's house. Alright, so this is what the first room looks like, and this kit actually came with about 25 items overall, which I was really happy about because I feel like that actually played into what we needed for this kit because we got a lot out of it, to be quite honest. And I'll kind of just jump around and talk about some of the items that we got and showing you the format of this house. So this is the first room. It was really hard to decorate, to be quite honest, because this was a circular house. I'm so used to building in square houses and everything fitting in perfectly. But we did get some really good items and I thought were super nostalgic as well, so I do appreciate it. And this house is a upstairs and downstairs, but the creator of this house put in a ladder so they can go up and down, which is pretty nice. But down here, we actually got this bed, which is like SpongeBob's bed, of course. And I decided to put that over here in the corner. That way SpongeBob can sleep in it. And our other character, Patricia, or our Patrick lookalike, can go upstairs into the other room for the kid. So this is the bed. And we also have like this little lamp shade as well. We've also got this Goofy Goober guitar, which is cool. All this stuff is just throwbacks to everything that we've seen throughout this entire series, which I think is super cool and I love it. And then for decorations, we have Mr. Krabs' first dollar, and it is like put inside of a frame and you can hang it on the wall. Now it's usually not this big, but I blew it up a little bit using the bb.move objects on cheat. That way it can go on the wall and just be a little bit bigger. Then we also have this little tank here that shows all of the different houses, and everything here has different swatches too, so don't feel like you have to stay in tune to one. You can definitely choose different ones if you want to. I just chose to stick with the more traditional route. Then you also have the doors as well, which you've probably seen on the outside. I couldn't get the steel door for me because my house is rounded and it wouldn't fit. So I was unable to use it there, unfortunately. But we do have these wooden doors, which I think are a good look. And if we go into this other room, I'm going to show you. I haven't finished the kitchen and I probably won't, to be quite honest, because this room is super tiny. But I just wanted to show you all how you can kind of use these items. But you got this little table and of course these chairs, and it looks like when you go down to the restaurant and it looks like that basically. So I really do like this. But we can get into the other side of the room to show you the rest of it as well, because I want to show you everything that I was able to do with this kit. So this is the other side of the room, and basically you have all of those little items from the kit. So you've got this couch right here, and I decided to just use all the nostalgic colors too, like I mentioned before. I just thought it would be a little bit more classic. I mean, like I said before, you can definitely use other swatches to make it your own, but I just like how it looks like the SpongeBob house, to be quite honest. And you have his infamous chair that he always sits in. The magic conch. I don't know if that's anything that you can actually play with, but it is available for you to place. And then you have the TV as well. I think that's super cool. I love how they really tried to go in depth with the SpongeBob series and try to pull everything from there. And even the decorations on the wall, they really went into depth with all of that too. So I really enjoyed this kit and I loved building up this room using the items from the SpongeBob house kit. I think this is pretty perfect. And honestly, to me, I would rate this, I would say, a strong 9.5 out of 10. And I would say that because they really did pull into the SpongeBob house and gave us everything exactly how it looks there. Like nothing looks off to me. I wish there was like a little bit of like little items you can put up around the place. But other than that, I really feel like this matches exactly what his house looks like. But now that we've done SpongeBob house, let's move into the next kit. So the next one that we're looking at right now is SpongeBob's Kids Room Kit. Now this one I love personally because it was super fun to just decorate this room and have all of the kids stuff placed everywhere where I wanted it. And I was able to just play around with all the different items that you have. And I feel like it was more when it came to this particular kit too. Or maybe it was just like a little bit more when it came to the decorating piece of it all. But this is basically how I decorated the room. This kit actually comes with a lot of items. You have like wallpaper, you've got a desk, a bed, all of the great things. And they have all kinds of different swatches. So as you can see here with this desk, has SpongeBob and Patrick on it. But you can definitely make them different swatches. And I would say there was probably about 7 to 8 swatches, probably more. And a lot of them actually go together where you can like put them together by color, and you can also kind of like mix and match if you want to. And side note too, sorry if you hear my voice is a little hoarse. I've been dealing with the cold, and I just wanted to lay that out there just in case you're like, why does she sound like that? That is exactly why. But anyways, back to this room. We've also got a matching chair to go with it. You've got a rug that you can put with it. Like I mentioned already, the bed and the nightstand. There were also these little decals, and there was a whole bunch of them, like referencing SpongeBob characters. So there was like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. I think I have another one with SpongeBob. Here's one with Sandy. I'll back up just a little bit so you can actually see that. There's some with jellyfish. There's some with all kinds of different ones. Squidward's in here. There's so many available, so you can definitely kind of play around with your room. But I just wanted to give my little Patricia her own little pink room, and I think this would be perfect for the kid that I have. Then we also have like this little wardrobe and also something for storage too. We have the little desk that they can use as well, so she can do arts and crafts there. There's a bookshelf with Plankton and Squidward there, which I think is super cute. And you can see out of the window, which I feel like if you look out of the window right here, it really does look like Bikini Bottom. But I'm going to flip this around so you can see the other side of the room too. Okay, so we're on the other side of the room, and there's not a whole lot going on this side. It's just mainly the 3 characters that you see here. Basically, they're a little bit smaller, so you could probably place them on a bookshelf or on a table or something. I decided to make them bigger using BB Dot Move Objects On. That way, it can kind of look like stuffed animals for the kid that I have. And then also, I forgot to mention downstairs, with the SpongeBob house kit, you actually get some flooring and it looks like sand. And I think this is super cool where you can walk in and it actually looks like the house. So I think this is the perfect little setup for a kid. And I actually really love this room. And I wanted to show you all, and you probably saw it when I first started, but there's actually another thing that came with this kit, which I think is pretty unique. So lastly, we have this Flying Dutchman Jungle Jam. So you can definitely put this out front or in the back if you want to, but I think it was the perfect little touch to add on to this house. I feel like because, we see the Flying Dutchman all the time in SpongeBob, I think this is a great reference to have, especially if you have kids. So that's all of the items from both of these kits, which I really enjoyed. But I would say for the kids' room, I would definitely give that a 10 out of 10. I feel like you have everything that you could possibly need for a kids' room. And also like all of the swatches, all of the things that you can put in there. I think it definitely deserves a perfect score. And especially with this jungle gym outside, like that just pushed it over the edge. But overall, this is what it looks like. As you can see, you can't see the house for real, but you saw it in the beginning. But this is what it looks like from both of these kits, and I think it's the perfect little look for Sulani. So that is all I have for this video. I just wanted to show you these two kits more in depth and kind of show you all the items that were included from both of them as well. So I would love to know your thoughts now. Would you buy this kit, or have you bought this kit? And what are your honest thoughts? Let me know down below, and I will see you in some of my future content. Bye.